and welcome to the Gay and Gayer podcast, the only podcast that brings you existential crises in real time. Today, I have with me Nick.
Hello, it's me again.
Now, you might notice something. He sounds a bit different. Well, that's because, where are you, Nick?
Oh, I'm in Austin. We have to do this through technology.
Yeah, he's back home,
Back in my college home.
you city boy. And I am still here, all by my lonesome. But it's okay, because we have technology. And technology is good for talking.
Yes.
So today we're going to be talking about our past week. Anything interesting that happened, anything that we really just want to talk about, and just talking.
Just talking. That's good.
Here, you start us off, because I think you've had a more interesting week than I have.
Okay. I guess so. On Tuesday my classes were supposed to start, but I don't have any Tuesday, Thursday classes as of right now, so I'm chilling. Except for I kind of need stuff to be happening, or else I don't know what to do with my time.
Same.
Um, so on Tuesday I was just kind of hanging out, walking around campus, that kind of thing. I came home around 8 and I made pizza dough.
Oh, like from scratch?
From scratch,
Oh
because I
shit.
made calzone and then I ate dinner at 10 because I started making it at 8.
Hey, it be like that.
Let's see. I had my first classes yesterday because today, the day of recording, is Thursday, right now.
Yes.
Um, and those were good. I've got friends in my two smaller classes,
Hell yeah.
and the third one is a big lecture. So,
Like how big? Like how
like
many?
at least 200 of us.
Jesus Christ. I don't even
But it's
think
a
I know that many people.
Yeah, well, the secret technique to sitting in big lecture classes, if you don't like seeing all those people, is just to sit in the front.
Yeah, like the true nerds we are.
Yeah, that's my secret technique, is I just sit in the front.
Hey, it be like that.
But the sad news is that I can't go to office hours for two of my classes because they happen when my other classes are happening.
Oh no, that sucks.
That sucks. But luckily, I can schedule appointments and be like, it's talking time.
Oh, that's good at least.
Yeah.
It's not the
Um,
end of the world.
it's not the end of the world, but it's like, now I have to actually make sure I've got a plan of action every time I go to office hours, since I'm making them take time out of their day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Last night I was really sleepy.
It be like that.
Like, no, really sleepy. I don't know why.
Well,
It was
yesterday was your first real day of classes.
it was my first real day of classes. It was raining all day. Um,
Nice.
but I came in and then by 11:30 I was falling asleep. So then I went to bed and I don't normally do that.
Did I try to text you? I think I tried to text you at No, I didn't because I was like, oh, he's probably tired.
Oh yeah, I was asleep. Um, and then
Sometimes you gotta be a sleepy beepy.
I was a sleepy VP. And then even this morning I was like, all right, I'm gonna wake up by 8 so that I'm not out of practice of waking up early.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 8 I was like, it's not happening.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
But I think that was basically my whole week.
Any
I
weird
just
experiences with any of the classes?
well, I had to set up a program for my online class, and
Ooh, technology.
technology. I am not the one for technology.
No, I am.
I know.
I set
And
this
so
whole shit up. Anyway, continue.
I was setting up the program and I was following the the professor's instructions,
As you do whenever you're working
as
with
I do.
something you're not used to.
And the directions were very vague, so I was like
Oh,
really confused, and I ended up contacting a support person, and then after like an hour or so, we realized that everything was fine and there was absolutely nothing wrong with the way the program was set up.
really?
The instructions were just written very bad.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that it was set up properly. That
Yeah,
just sucks that
true.
you're on the phone with this nice person just like trying to figure it out and just you both have that moment of, "Oh, wait."
Everything's fine.
Oh, no.
Yeah. That's it though. That was like the only really crazy thing that happened is I had to call tech support and then get help because I had instructions that were written so poorly I didn't know what to do.
That is you're really living on the edge, my dude.
I'm really living on the edge. But that was my week. How was your week?
My week was fine. If anybody who's watching this follows any of my social media, you will see that I have been posting a lot about my YouTube videos. And I even put in my main Instagram bio, YouTuber in quotation marks. And
Oh.
so I've been working on making sure those get uploaded on time and that they're semi decent. But the thing is, whenever I'm editing them, I always play them at like 2 times the speed. So I get to hear my voice in a semi chipmunk fashion.
Fun.
Something I never thought I'd be able to say that I've done before. From the last week, I think the day that I had the most adventure was on Sunday. Yes, cause uh, we live in Texas. If you haven't
Yes.
gathered from the UT Austin school child over there, we live in Texas, and so I specifically live near Dallas. And so me and my family basically went on a Dallas like ring around trip. And it's so weird to think like I live, I should say, in a suburb right outside of Dallas.
Yeah.
So like it takes us 30 45 minutes to drive to Dallas. And so it's really weird to say this, but I very rarely go on just joyrides through Dallas. I very rarely just go, "Oh, I want to go have fun."
Yeah.
So Saturday night my dad told me that my mom wanted to go show him some of the devastation that happened because of the hurricanes. There's still some evidence of the trees getting pulled up or knocked down and everything, or buildings being covered up in cardboard and stuff. And my mom wanted my dad to see it because when we went, it's so weird because it's beautiful, but it's also chilling in a way
Mhm.
because you can definitely tell something happened, but like you look around and it's just like, wow, this is nature, but something went wrong. And so he told me that they wanted to go, and so he was like, "You want to come? You haven't been outside in a while, and you look like you're dying." And I'm like, "Yeah, all right, fine. Hermit Alex needs to go outside now and again, I suppose." And so I went with them, and we basically just went. We took a joyride on the Dart. We first dropped my mom off at the bus station that she needs to get to her work for, and then me and my father just rode the train back to the main stop that we get off at. But we took stops along the way. Like the main one we stopped off at was going to Central Market.
Ooh, very
Yeah,
nice.
there's a stop that's like 2 minutes away from Central Market, and so we just walk there, and then we spend a good 45 minutes to an hour just dicking around in Central Market. And for some reason on that day, I was feeling just hella confrontational. Maybe it
Oh
was because
God.
maybe it was because I was on like panic mode because I was in Dallas and I'm just like, is anyone gonna
That's
fight
fair.
me? Um,
That's fair.
and so I was just making like quips and I was joking around and everything in the store. And and Dad was just trying to have a good time while I was just dicking around and like nudging him and being like, "Hey, hey, look at that, look at that." And so we got done in Central Market. I got a seltzer water that was 89 cents, and it was
Hey.
mango, and it was
Ooh.
fantastic. And we got accosted by the Central Market witch
Uh-huh.
as our cashier. Okay, if you hear it's whining in the background, it's my dog. Don't worry, nothing's wrong with her. She's just weird. Um, and we got accosted by the Central Market witch for our cashier because we were paying attention but not hella paying attention while we were in
Right.
the checkout line, and then this lady just comes over and she's very unclear about what cashier line she wants to go to because we went into if you've been to Central Market you see that they have the main aisles and cashiers, and then they have the quick checkouts
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you're still being helped by a cashier, but it's like only for two or three items, and we
Yeah.
had two. We got spicy ketchup, we got spicy Whataburger ketchup, and then my and then my carbonated water.
Nice.
And
Nice.
so we were there, and then this lady just comes out of fucking nowhere, and she's just like, "Go on to the cashier," and we're like, "Which one?" And she goes, "Number 2." And they're like, "Okay," and so we start looking around, and then she goes, "No, number 14." And then we start looking around more, and then we stay at a cashier, and she goes, "No, come over here." I was like,
What?
"What is this really old lady?" That's looking at me and my father with judgmental eyes. And so we follow her, and it's her cashier station. And so I put down my things, and then my
Yes.
and then she goes, "Would you like this?" And then she pulls out this weird, you know the protein bars,
Uh-huh.
the ones that taste specifically like chalk.
Yes.
Yeah, she pulls out one of them and she says to my father, "We are donating to the children. Would you like to get this? It's buy one, get one free." And I was about to say no because, like, that's kind of weird.
Right.
And so, but my dad just goes, "Oh, yes, of course. Here, let me look at the other flavors." And so he looks at the flavors and he picks out like a chocolate peanut butter one. And I'm just
Okay.
sitting there going, "We are going to get cursed by this Central Market witch because you took her granola bar." And so we buy everything and then we walk out and then he starts eating it. And I'm like, "How is it? Was it worth it?" And he
Was it?
goes, "It's better than I thought it'd be." And I'm like, "Great." Great. And
That's good.
so, and then after that, we walked back to the station, and then we went down farther, and we actually went to the Bath and Body Works that me, you, and our friend went to.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, it really was. And so I was just like, I really want to go back there. And so we stop off at that stop, and it almost looked like there wasn't one there anymore. Like,
That's weird.
cause remember, I forgot how far we had to walk down like the aisles to
Right, we had
get
to
down to it.
like down
The
the
thingy,
stairs,
yeah.
and then there was a
It was
another
past the
area.
Starbucks. And so I didn't see it. And so I was like, "Oh, did they get rid of it?" And my dad was like, "Here, let's keep walking." But first we went into Urban Outfitters, and that place
Ooh.
pisses me off.
Oh.
I mean, like, it's nice in there, and I can see myself using that aesthetic so
Mm,
much. But, like, they do it in a pretentious way.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah!
I was like, I don't know what you expect.
Yeah, but they had some tarot cards and stuff like that, and I was just like, "Oh, this looks nice." And then I saw that it was just joking shit, and I'm like, uh,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
fair.
they've got like nice mugs in there
They
from what
do
I've
have really
seen.
nice mugs. They had a really nice, like, sun based candle that I wanted,
Uh-huh.
but it was like $15.
Yeah. Downside is they're expensive. You
Yeah, they're
walk in and then you're like, this was fun.
Especially, yeah, exactly. Especially since I was going to like the one in deep like urban Dallas that has like the high scale people that are willing to shill out that money. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so, but we found it, and I was so excited. So excited. And so I was in a good mood because I found this place that I really liked. And so I went in, me and Dad went in, and we were just, and we saw that there was a sale on new candles. They were bringing
Heck
back
yeah.
candles. And they were playing some banger music.
Oh, music has you buy stuff.
Exactly. And wait, I have a story about that. All right.
Conti
So we go in, and me and Dad immediately start smelling the candles because that's what we do.
Yeah,
If we go to a place that has a bunch of candles, we're gonna smell them. So we
yeah,
start smelling them, and the music is so freaking banging that me being me, I start bopping to it.
yeah,
Like I'm sitting there like bouncing on the balls of my feet, and I'm like shaking my shoulders, and I'm like having a good time. My dad is looking
yeah,
at me with like, I don't know if it was pride, but it was a positive emotion because he was like, "Ah, my daughter's having fun. Good."
good,
And so
good.
I was banging, and I was showing him different candles and everything, and this accumulated into, we looked around for a while, and there was this lady that was buying stuff, and then she walks to the front, and then she stops me and my dad, and she goes, excuse me, miss." And then me and my dad look up, and we're like, "Yes, ma'am." And she goes, "Do you work here?" I'm like, I look to my dad, and then I look back, I'm like, "No, ma'am, no, I don't." And she goes, "Well, you should. The way you were sniffing those candles and bopping and dancing, I would have bought everything you were picking up." And I was like,
That's
I, yeah, I looked
good.
to my dad, and he just gives me this look like, "Yeah, I mean." And so and then she goes, "Just something to think about," and then she leaves. And this does not stop me from dancing. In fact, I dance more. And so
Right.
I'm still bobbing, I'm still smelling stuff, trying to see if I want to get a new candle or a new perfume or lotion. And so this wasn't the only person that I talked to in this building. There was another girl who was trying to get stuff, and she looked really conflicted. And I was trying the hand sanitizers because if
Uh-huh.
I go out to Bath and Body Works, I'm going to get hand sanitizers. If I don't
Right.
get anything else, I'll definitely get that. And so I was testing them out, and I look around, and she's there working a whole bunch, or and looking for stuff a whole bunch, and she just turns to me and goes, "Can you smell this for me?" And like me being me, I was like, "Yeah, might as well," cause she was cute.
Oh, okay,
And so
okay.
I was just like, "Yeah, all right." And I saw that she had a spray bottle in her hand. It wasn't gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get chloroformed or something in this Bath and Body Works at 12 p.m."
Right.
And so I walk over, and she spritzes it in there, and it's just like, "Does it smell like cologne to you?" And I smell it, and I'm like, I mean, it could be if it was just a little bit deeper in smell. And
Uh-huh.
whenever I said that, I in the back of my head, uh, a voice was yelling, "This is why that lady said that you could work here." And so she goes, "Yeah, I think I like it. I think I'll try it." And I was just sitting there like, "Yes, ma'am." Finally, someone who doesn't mind smelling like cologne or something that could be perceived as cologne. And I was
Yeah,
just very excited about that. Because, my perfume, I don't expect anybody, but oh, wait, not even you would know it.
I won't know it.
My perfume is bright. It's like a very citrusy, but it also has a little bit of a deeper undertone. So like
Nice.
if my perfume were to be on a guy or just like just somebody else, you'd be like, "Oh, that kind of smells like cologne."
Mhm.
I enjoy that smell. So I'm just like, "Yes, finally somebody else."
Yeah.
And so and so we have a bit more of a conversation cuz she's trying to decide, and we spritz a few more, and then she goes and she makes a decision. And then my dad comes back, and he's cuz I asked him, "What kind of hand sanitizer do you want?" Because I picked out the 4 lemon ones. So
Nice.
I needed but it was a 5 for 7 deal.
That's pretty good.
Exactly. So I asked Dad, I'm like, okay, you pick out one since I have four here, and I know you'd probably want something out of this endeavor. You pick out one. And so he has this really long debate with himself about four of them.
Uh-huh.
Specifically, these two that smelled almost exactly the same, except one was a brighter version of the other.
Okay.
And so he's just like, And then he goes and tries the hand wash for one of them.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, all right, he's gonna be doing that for a while. And
Yeah.
so I find all my hand sanitizers and I'm ready. And then Dad comes up and he's just like, I want this one, and
Okay.
he hands it to me, and I go, okay, great, let's get in line. And so we're in line, and the girl that I helped was in front of us, and she was having such
Good.
a hard time, like, getting her coupon code to work, and, like, everything just. And then she was having a hard time deciding, and yada yada. And the lady that was her cashier wasn't really helping her.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. And it got to the point where she was just like, oh, just let them go, and I'll make this decision myself. And I thought I knew what I heard her talking, and I was like, oh, hey, you could do this too with that scent that you like. And she goes, oh no, it's for my mom. We have different tastes. And I was just like, oh, that is a bomb. That is something you do not touch. That is a topic that you do not get near. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, have a nice day.
Yeah.
And so me and Dad check out, and then we go ahead and just get back on the train. And Dad did kind of want to go to another place, but then he
Yeah.
was just like, it would add another hour to our trip. And at this point, we had dealt with a bunch of crazy people.
Right.
And so he was just like, I don't want to wait another hour where another guy can just freak us out. And so
Yeah.
I go, that's fair. And so we just go home. Yeah.
It's an exciting day.
This was also the same. Oh wait, no. This was on Sunday, and then on Mondays when Ivy got out.
Oh, she escaped.
Yes, only for like 2 minutes though. Is the thing,
Yeah.
which I'm thankful for because she's gotten out for longer.
Yeah.
Whenever we first got her, she did not realize how she was a domesticated rat, and I was working with her, but she
Yeah.
was still in rat mode, so she wanted to get out sometimes, and so we'd have to go find her. But she is
That,
fine now. That occurrence that on Monday was something that hasn't happened for quite a long time, so
that's good.
I am not too worried.
Good.
Um. Oh, you. No. Should I tell the story about what happened to me when I was walking home from my eye appointment?
Yes.
Okay, so I was walking home from my eye appointment. That's in a strip mall that's next to my neighborhood. And while I was 2 minutes away from my house, I was walking down a street and a red pickup truck pulls up next to me. And in the back of my mind, and the window rolls down, and in the back of my mind, I was going, I saw this on a child predator ad, like when I was 7. And this lady peeks her head out at me and yells, "Do you need a part-time job?" And I looked at her, and my immediate reaction, sadly, was not no. My immediate reaction was, I need money. And so I had to take a minute and go, but I don't need money from a sketchy truck lady. And so this is what happened. This is what this sound effects. This is what happened. Do you need a part-time job? No. And then, okay, have a nice day. And then she just drives away. Like, there was a 3-second delay for my answer. And you could, if she was looking close enough, she could probably, I tried to, like, keep my expression frozen, but she could probably see it in my head, like, maybe? Maybe.
Considering it.
Yeah, and then just, no. My father would not be very happy. I was talking to a strange lady in a car offering me a part-time job. And I was in my nice outfit, too, so I was just like,
Right.
eeh. I was with my little polka dot umbrella, looking like an ad out of a 50s magazine. And I was just like, oh, that might have been bad. Yeesh.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
Mm. So yeah, that was my week. I've just been drawing a whole lot too.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
it really is.
I drew a little bit yesterday.
Good.
Yeah. But then I was like, I guess I should do stuff.
It'd be like that.
It's like that.
For me, drawing is my doing stuff.
It's true. It's
Mm.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the week.
yeah, it was. That was our week. It wasn't very exciting, just
Well,
cause.
it's a normal week.
Yeah, it's a normal. Just I prefer a normal week over a not normal week. Oh, let me tell you
Yes.
about what I did last night.
Please.
All right, so I live with my parents because
Yes.
it's easier for the whole family involved because of certain issues. We all feel better if I live with my parents, and
Yes.
so uh, my parents work very hard. They
Yes,
really
they do.
do. They try their best for uh, my family and me and just everybody in general. And so sometimes I'll do little things that aren't like extremely like, oh, she did that thing. I should remember that forever. But it's just like little things to
Yeah.
like boost their confidence a little, right?
Yeah.
So it's been a while since I've done one of those things, and it just came over me last night, and I was just like, I need to do something. Because Dad went to bed early because he was very tired. He was and so
Very
tired that he didn't plug his phone in. So I was just like, I should I should take care of that stuff. And so I
Yeah.
divided our dinner that we had last night into my lunch and then my mom's lunch for today. And so I put it in a bowl that she could take and then microwave at her work. And I put
Good.
tin foil over it. And I
Good.
and I have a stack of note little sticky notes.
Yeah.
And so I wrote lunch for mama, and then I put a little drawing of me and my mom with
Yeah.
hearts on it, and I stuck it on the thing and I put it in the fridge. And then I was
Yeah.
like, wait, she might not see it if she doesn't open the drink fridge in the morning.
Right.
And so I wrote on another sticky note, open fridge parentheses drink for surprise. And then I
Okay.
put one of my lion magnets on it, and I put it on the side so that if they come out the room, they're going to see it.
Right.
Okay? So, there was that done. So I had Mama partially done. And so I walk over to my dad's desk and I saw his phone and I was like, "Oh no, he didn't charge it." And so I go plug it in. I'm like, "I should make a note for father too." Cuz I made sure my mom had lunch and then I did a little drawing for her. I should do something for my
Yeah.
father too. And so I took the sticky pad and I got like 3 markers and I made a flower
Uh-huh.
and I labeled it flower for foder.
Uh-huh.
And so took it and then I put the sticky note on his phone while it was charging with his headphone. And I was like, oh, wait, he might freak out when he doesn't see his phone on his desk. I should leave a
Right.
sticky note there so that he knows where his phone is. And so I made a sticky note that said, if looking for phone, please check charging station. And
Very
charging
good.
station was in a yellow marker with like lightning bolts around it.
Good.
So I stuck that on his desk next to his stuff. And so I was like, huh, I did a bunch of stuff, didn't I?
Yeah.
And but I was like, I still kind of want to do some more. And so I wrote them a love you note, like be safe, be careful, and I did little drawings on it and I stuck it to the front door.
Good.
And then after that, I was like, all right, now I'm done. So I go into my room and I'm getting and right before I got into bed, I drew myself I drew a little ghost version of myself, and I said, "Did you get?" And I wrote, "Did you get the sticky notes under it?" And I smacked it on my door.
Good.
And then I was in bed and I was just like, I need to do another one for mom, because I made dad a little find your phone adventure, but I didn't leave my mom anything. And so I get up and I check the fridge again to see if there's anything I can put another sticky note on. And I notice, oh, her waters aren't in there. I should put her waters in there because my mom drinks carbonated water as well as me.
Uh-huh.
And so I put them in the fridge, and I leave one out, and I take the sticky notes, and I write hydration for hard work, and I do like little pictures of sodas on it, and then I outline hydration and hard work,
Good.
and then I drew a little ghost version of myself on it so that they knew it was for me, and I took the soda and I stuck it on there,
Good.
and so I put it all in there, and I just go to bed, and I'm so excited because I'm like, oh, they're gonna like it, yay!
Yeah.
Because I like doing stuff like that, and so uh, the sad thing was I got woken up hella early because my dog Harley was barking, and it was
Oh,
a different bark than I've ever heard in my life. So I immediately was just like, I hope something's wrong.
yeah.
I get up, I open the door, and literally nothing was wrong.
Oh.
I looked around. No, I didn't have an intruder or anything like that. There's nothing in the
Oh.
backyard. I was just like, you woke me up at 8:30 in the goddamn morning for your little existential crisis.
Yes.
And so I'm like, all right, I'll look around, cause as far as seen, they didn't give any indication that they saw the notes. But then I
Right.
looked on my dad's desk, and there was a note that said, "Love the notes and love you. Thank you for the flower." And I was just like, in
Oh,
my dad's
yay.
handwriting, and I was just like, ah. They
Yay.
saw him. And then, like, I don't know, like 10 minutes later, I get a text from my mom saying, I love your little notes. And I was just like,
Yay.
my hard work paid off.
Good.
I was very, very happy.
Good.
Yes.
I'm happy.
Yes. Let's see. I was hella into swing dancing this week.
Very fun.
Yeah, like, I would, this is what happened. Whenever I've always liked like swing, electro swing and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
especially for studying music. But like whenever it turned 2020, a switch flipped in my head, and I'm just like, it's time to do some swing dancing, and it's time to get into jazz again. And so
The
I've been
2020s.
yeah, exactly. I gotta get into the Roaring 20 mood. And so I've been listening to just a whole bunch of swing electro and watching a whole bunch of swing dancing competitions. And it's like the same two people for all of them, just with different other partners.
Uh-huh.
Like they'll always have their name and then another partner, or their name or another name and then a different partner, or just both of their names. And so I'm just sitting there, I'm like, are these two like the gods of swing dancing?
Perhaps.
Oh,
Perhaps.
perhaps. But yeah, I've just been really into it. I even looked up how to swing dance on YouTube, and I've seen and learned a little bit.
That's good.
I'd love to learn how to dance. I even went as far to look up to see if they had a swing dancing class at UT Austin, and guess
Uh-huh.
what?
Do they?
Yes!
That's awesome.
They have a swing dancing one and also a ballroom dancing one. And I
Yeah.
was just sitting there like, that's my shit! So,
Yay.
guarantee when I get up there, guess what one of my electives is gonna fucking be?
Dance time.
Yeah. And they have like a swing dance like company in Austin as well. Like if there's one here in Dallas that I could do, I would love that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my aunt and uncle are going to be moving to their Colorado forest house in April.
Oh, yay. That's
Yeah.
exciting. You should visit them.
Yeah, whenever my aunt told me that, she was just I was just trying to be coy about it, and I was just being like, "Yeah, send me pictures when you get there." And she goes, "I know you want to visit." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah."
amount you talk about Colorado, it's just like,
Every time.
you know.
Yeah, just like I don't know. I've never been there. Never in my life. I have family on my dad's side that lives there, but just there's something in me that's just going like, "Yo, guess where your final resting place is? It's gonna be in Colorado."
Oh my gosh.
I would love to live there, especially since they have so much forest. And I
Yeah.
can just get a forest cabin with fantastic Wi Fi, with my fancy gaming computer, and just settle there with a lumberjack wife, and I'd be happy. I'd be happy.
You would be happy.
Maybe have a little farm, a little garden.
Little farm, little garden,
I
no
will.
chicken.
No, no chicken. I want
No.
to have the village witch aesthetic.
Very good,
I,
very
I
good.
want that aesthetic so badly.
Good.
Yes.
Um,
Any
hmm.
video games you play?
I finished Limbo.
Did you really?
I did.
I've never seen that game in its completion.
Really?
No, no. I'm a fake gamer.
Fake gamer, fake
Mm.
fan. Can't believe this.
The art style is nuts.
But no, yeah, I finished it. At least my first playthrough. I don't know if there's like you
Different
play it
endings.
again and there's new stuff.
Hmm.
Some games are like that. That's
Mm-hmm.
fun. But I finished it, and that was good. I really liked it. Um, except for it became at like the middle and end, it became a lot about timing.
Really? Ugh.
Yeah, and me playing video games with timing is not always the best.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was okay. It was still puzzles. It was just more time-based puzzles instead of figure this out with your noggin.
Yeah, noggin.
Figure it out with your fingers.
I'm bad at figuring stuff out with my noggin.
Nah, that's not true.
I'm not that great at like puzzle games, like especially on the first go through, like especially with Leighton.
Oh,
Like I'm great at detective games, like give me Ace Attorney, I'm fantastic. But like literally any just puzzle games where I just have to sit there and look at it. Like especially remember when we were playing Sherlock? Not Sherlock, Nancy Drew.
yes.
Like there are some of those games that you have to figure out a picture and
Mhm.
I just will look at it for so long and I'm just like I see fucking nothing.
I gotcha.
I'm terrible at that shit.
Normally with like Ace Attorney, I'll get really upset. Not like upset, but I'll just be like frustrated because I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for.
Oh
And then
yeah.
I'll turn off the game, and then I'll turn it back on. I'll be like, I know what I'm supposed to do now. Like I don't even look it up. I just turn it off, and then I'm like, fuck. Now I know exactly what I need to be doing.
You just have to not look at it for like a hot second.
Yeah.
That is funny. I feel you
But
on that though,
Professor
because
Layton, oh, my favorite.
yes,
My favorite.
it's your man,
My man.
the Leighton. But
That was
oh my god,
fun.
that's another thing. You really like the Leighton games, and I love the Ace Attorney games.
Yes, you do.
I love those things so fucking much. I have drawn fan art for them, in fact.
Yes, you have.
But then again, I've also drawn fan art for Overwatch, so where does that leave me?
I don't know. It means you like to draw fan art.
I
It's
do,
not a
yes,
bad
I do.
thing.
No, no. Over.
Drawn a little bit of Leighton fan art.
Hell yeah, dude.
Um, what else? That's like the thing that I've drawn. And well, no, I drew a drawing of Sonic over break.
You. Of Sonic himself, or like of Knuckles?
Well, everybody was there. It was Sonic and Tails and Knuckles.
The gang's all here.
Gang was all there. Knuckles was working in a donut shop.
What?
In my drawing.
Hmm.
Knuckles ran a donut shop because donuts look like rings,
Oh, you
right?
fucker! Continue.
And he's got like pointy things. He's got big old punchy fists,
You
good for
can
kneading
knead the
dough.
dough.
So he was running a donut shop,
Oh my.
and then Sonic and Tails were walking away from the donut shop with donuts.
Oh, that sounds cute. That actually
Yeah,
sounds adorable.
that was what I drew over break.
That's fantastic. Let's see, what was the latest piece of fan art I drew?
Good question.
Oh my god. I think it was that Ace Attorney one. Unless you count that the Stardew Valley thing I
Right.
did.
Right.
But
Your Muppet Ace Attorney?
was it a Muppet? I don't remember if it was a Muppet or not. No, it was the one of the walking disasters versus
Yes.
what was it? No, I have to find it now.
I'll find it. I'm sure it wasn't that long ago.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go to my Tumblr at www.tumblr.com/ghostyalex and you will see it if you scroll down. The Minions versus the Walking Disasters. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. That was my last fan art. That was it. And
It's
I am
very
proud of
good.
that shit. I am proud of it.
It's very good.
I need to do some One Piece fan art. I have not drawn Sanji in like 2 months, and I am dying.
Oh.
My lovely, lovely weird man.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think we've had a very good podcast and just a very good talking session today, don't you?
Yeah, I think it was a good time.
Yeah, we had a bunch of fun.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm glad this is going well. Alright, well, that was the Gay and Gayer podcast, where two little gay fools try their best to get through life.
It's true.
We have been your hosts. I'm
Yes.
Alex.
I'm Nick.
And yeah. Be safe.
See you next week. Oh. Yes, be safe.
We believe in you.
We believe in you.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
See you next week.
Bye.